Hello and thanks again for joining me for another episode of Escape the Pacific. So I've just come back from the final island that we explored in the last episode, which is Tool G2 up the top of the map there. So today what we're going to be doing, I've just come back, it's still the 10th day. It's probably about maybe mid-morning-ish, I guess. So what we're going to do today is we're going to set up our sundial. Now, there's a couple of things to know about sundials, or at least the one that you can craft here, this one. Okay. When you place it, it is permanent. You can't destroy it, you can't pick it up, you can't move it. So wherever you put it, don't put it somewhere where you want to build. The second thing is you don't want to put it too close to any tree lines where the shadows are going to interfere. You want a nice open space. Okay. And the third thing is you don't want to put it too close to the shore here. So see, when I point at the ground, it gives me the option to sit. Okay. And then when you sit, you've got the option to wait. We want that option. If you put it too close to the shore here, see, I can't sit there. It doesn't give me the option to sit here. So you want to be up a little bit, not too close to any trees, and then we'll be able to do sundial. So you need a fire stick. That's pretty much all you will need. However, if you want to mark it, which is not necessary, you can use small rocks or you can use tiny rocks. And for tiny rocks, you just grab a small rock, bash it on another small rock, and you'll get tiny rocks out of it, just like so. So I'm just going to dump that small rock over there. Pick these up. I've already got a couple in my bag. And grab these fire sticks. Now, before I pick up a fire stick, we'll put down a sundial. That one. Okay. Now, you don't even need a fire stick. Just the ghost of it, it still casts a shadow. Okay. So we can grab out one of our little tiny rocks and we can place it manually on the line there. Just adjust it a bit, put it at the end of the line, and there you go. Now, so you don't even need a fire stick, and then we can demolish that if we want. So pick that up again, grab another fire stick, and this time we will make one. So we'll plonk it in, add the fire stick, okay, pop that away, grab our little rock, and so if you just click the sundial itself while you've got a rock in your hand, it'll automatically put it at the end of that line. So if we have a look at it, it's on an angle. It's not straight up or down. And that angle is facing to the north, which is over there. Now, the way that it works, so if you have a look at the picture in here, right, this is typical how a sundial works. It goes round in a circle or a half circle like a clock, okay? But with this one, it'll just go in a straight line. And that's got to do with where you're positioned near the equator. The closer you are to the equator, the straighter that line is going to be. And I've just got a bit of the old wobbly jitters, so I'm just going to fix that up quickly. You do get that bug where you're jittering. Just pop those sticks in your bag so I don't drown. If you do get that bug where it keeps wobbling you around and jittering you around, just go for a quick swim. It can happen sometimes when you load in. And that's pretty much fixed it. Usually. We'll see how we go. Alright, so now, so the way this works, with that angle, you want the shortest possible line, which is going to line up with the end of the stick. So my shadow's in the way there, but basically straight down to the ground. So we grab a rock here and I drop that on the ground, put these ones away. Try and line that up. Just drag it. Basically, you're waiting for it to be sort of in line with that rock, directly under there. It'll be a straight line under there. But that can be a little bit tricky sometimes to kind of line that up. Okay, so my other method is to just grab yourself a fire stick, point down to the ground, and just put it in the ground. And that'll be straight up and down. It's not on an angle. It's just straight up and down. We can do the same sort of principle. We can pop a rock on the end to mark it. Okay. And that line will just get shorter and shorter and shorter. And then when the line disappears altogether, it's noon. And then after noon, it'll start bringing a shadow across in that direction. So if we now take a seat where we can see both of those. Okay, so we can watch the lines. We'll press U to speed up time. And you can see that this line here is moving around and this one's just getting shorter. So if we hit U again to stop the time speeding up, we'll grab another little rock. You can touch the sundial. It'll automatically place it at the end of that shadow. So we've still got a little while to go till it gets across here, but this will form a straight line across here. And with this one, we can just manually place it. Now, it's not necessary at all to mark any of these shadows. All you need to do, all you want is noon. Once we've got noon, we can set our pocket watch, and then we don't need to worry about anything. So, okay. So that's basically how the sundial works. And now the thing is, this is a useless spot for it, for what we need it for. So the reason we need it is to set our sextant. And in order to set our sextant, we need to be facing, we need to be able to see the horizon to the north. And we've got a bunch of trees there. So what we're going to do is we're going to run through the jungle up here, head on over here, and over near our mangrove tree and our fish traps over here. Got another nice open clearing. So we'll come down here, and that's pretty much north there. So we'll pop another one here, and we'll just pop a stick in the ground here. You can see they're on different angles. the lines are different angles. So we'll place our rock once again, completely unnecessary, but just if you want to mark the time, at least if you at least put the first one, you can see the movement of it. So now I want to make sure what I'll do is I'll manually pop another rock underneath that one. If I've got a rock, yep. Got a couple. Try and line up where we want it. Yes, somewhere around there. Drag it out a bit if I can. It's not actually going to let me. Okay. So basically, when the shadow's in line with that rock, it's pretty much going to be noon. So we'll equip our watch here, and we'll take a seat. Well, can't sit while we've got it equipped. So we'll take a seat and we'll press U to wait. We'll watch the lines go around. You can see that one's getting shorter and shorter. So I mean, I don't really worry about this. I just use one of these. And as it's sort of coming up, it's getting that one's getting much shorter. That one's just about to hit that rock. And we'll hit U so that time's not going fast. And now what we'll do, it's probably not quite noon yet, but we'll pull out our watch. We have to equip it. And we'll hit U to press noon, to set it to noon. And then we'll pull out our map. Use your mouse wheel to scroll until you get to world map. Okay. Then you're going to want to look through it, find the sun, which is behind a cloud, which is not great. That can mess up our day. Got to wait for that cloud to move. Still got a bit of time. It hasn't quite crossed over. Let's just pop that away for a sec. Let's re-equip this. Reset that to noon. Pop it back in here. And let's try that again. Okay. There's the sun. Okay. Now, while you're facing the sun, hit U to reset the mirror. And then we want to hold E and bring that sun into the middle of our sextant. And then we want to drag our sextant down while holding E, keeping it sort of in the middle. Drag it down. Hope that you don't get clouded over. And you want it to sit just above the horizon there. And we can't see jack all because the cloud's in the way. So, got to wait for that cloud to clear. Otherwise we can't do anything. I can't find where it's gone. There it is. Okay. So, down just a little bit more. It's not going to let me mark it while that cloud's there. Okay. So we're going to hit U until it's resting on the horizon there. We're going to left click there and see I got accurate measure. Now you won't get that if it's not noon. If you didn't see that, it's go back and I don't know if it'll do it again, second time. So watch in on the left hand side near the top. Yeah, it's not going to do it again. No, it's already done it. So if you missed it, just rewind and kind of pause. You'll see in the left hand of my screen, sort of about a third of the way down, it popped up a little message saying accurate measure. So that means that our sextant is now set and our clock was accurately set to noon. So now what that's done, if we have a look at our map, scroll out again. Got it that time. And we need to have our map scrolled out to the world map for it to work. Now, as it doesn't look like it's done anything, but basically what it's done is it's marked the first cluster for us. So now when we go to another cluster, we'll be able to find our way back to this one. Now, the sextant's not going to do much else for us until we're actually out on the open ocean. So while I'm here, I'm just going to grab some salt. But yeah, so that's how sundials work. That's how we set our watch, and it's how we set our sextant. So we'll get on to using that. Maybe not the next episode. Might spend an episode just rearranging our gear, figuring out what we want to take with us and getting prepared for our trip, because we'll be on the water for anywhere up to 4, maybe 5 days sometimes, depending. So we need to make sure that we've got everything that we want before we take that trip. But that's going to do it for this episode. So if you did enjoy this episode, please leave me a like or a comment down below. If you're new here and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. This is one episode in a whole series of a playthrough. You can find the playlist on my channel. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video.